Tuesday, April 14th, 2026, part 2 of 4. Nevertheless, while on the stand and under oath in February on the virtual meeting, where I just treated the questions simply, and again under oath in April hearing in person, I gave the repeated credibility questions particular attention to detail. Something about being in person, I suppose. Maybe it's my OCD need to be as truthful and honest as I can. That attention cost me, and now I look like a liar. The clothing issue went like this. The question was, do you always send G with clothing in his bag? I answered, no, because I do not pack his bag. He does. And of course, I was not allowed to say that. I was immediately cut off by the attorney who told the judge, note that, and the judge said, noted. Already noted. I tried to follow up and was told not to talk by the judge. You'll have an opportunity to speak later. The next issue was the conversation topic. I was asked if my ex agreed to the kids' private schooling and said she did, both in message and verbally. Immediately, the attorney said, Judge, note that the conversation happened while the restraining order was in effect against my client. I spoke without permission and said, her hopping on the phone call I'm having with the kids and stating that she's happy, but the kids' school is not a conversation. I was interrupted, asked whether the kids were there. I said, I don't know, because she took the phone. I don't know if they're there anymore or not. I was interrupted again and again, and I was told I'd have an opportunity to speak later. The third issue was pictures. I was asked what I have done to help the relationship between G and his mother, which is a fucking weird question. What has she done? Has she said sorry? Has she respected his boundaries? No. Has she given him space? No. Has she done anything other than bully, pressure, threaten either of us? Endlessly? No. I said I have pictures on the wall. A really healthy thing, I think, that I have these lovely pictures. I still have pictures of her in my house, of good memories. She does not of me. And I talk about the good times and how much she loves them, how much she cares about, and all the neat things that make her her. My ex grumbled, again with the pictures. I said, I tell G his mother loves him. I look at all the good times we used to have to spend together, and she wants to spend more time with you. What the court cannot understand is that I cannot just make this shit up or roll back to the exact sentence for sentence, word for word. And my brainstorming does not make me a liar. Her attorney's response, isn't it true that you tell him you can't have those good times anymore because of his mother? So fucking toxic. I asked her to repeat herself 2 or 3 times. But where does she go? How do they turn something healthy into the most disgusting toxic thing and say it with such fact as though they have a drone in my house witnessing something that didn't happen?